yes, so what this tier list is, first of all, say hi to YouTube, because I'm probably going to be uploading this probably immediately after all this is done, so that I can get live Angry Goat Lad reactions. Yeah. This is a tier list I am putting together for all of these servants that have been released from... Avalon, I think, for the bits. Saying hello, future me. Thank you for the 10 bits. Yes, this will be, this is every servant from last anniversary to now. And I don't think that we're going to get any more. If we're going to get any more servants, it's going to be another one from Paper Moon. And so if that happens, sorry. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Maybe I'll leave a comment or something, or we'll just talk about it in something else unrelated. Anyway, yeah, I figured that I want to do like a full 5-star tier list at some point, but I got really into the 4-star one, and it ended up being 2 parts, and I think 13 hours in total or some shit like that. And while I would love to do that again, I don't exactly have the time. So, we're going to break this up a little bit and just do like a breakdown of the servants that came out this last year. A year in review, if you will. Hello, I apologize, I do not speak Russian. But welcome. Yeah, we are going to just, as the title says, this is a year in review. Let's check it out. So, to begin, Archetype Earth, one of the most anticipated servants for Fate ever. She showed up and then kind of got forgotten about. Smash! Smash! Yeah. I will say, she is interesting. She's not bad. She's not bad. She's one of those characters that was super hyped up and then just, like, I never heard about her again. Know what I mean? Yeah, people made JP accounts for her and then just kind of left them. And she's not a bad servant. I do think that her biggest problem, at least that people seem to have, is that she is a moon cancer, which means she has class advantage against berserkers and Avengers. Why is she a moon cancer again? I don't know what the official explanation is, but Tsukihime makes absolute sense for her to be a moon cancer, because that means moon princess, so I would assume that would be why. Tight moon as well. Yeah, I don't know what the actual in-game explanation is. I've not read anything with her. I don't know if she even appears in the story at all. Yeah. But just because she was forgotten doesn't mean that she's bad. So let's see what she does. Skill seal for 1 turn. Pretty good. That can be pretty clutch in some situations. Defense down by 20% for the party. For the enemy party. Pretty good. 20%. It could be better. Actually, that's pretty good. That's essentially... Yeah, that's good. And then personal attack up for 30%. It's okay. It's pretty decent. This skill is amazing. It's just a guaranteed 100% NP battery with a 20% NP damage up for 3 turns on a 7-turn cooldown. Tato Klein 25, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, so she's very good for coming in, fucking shit up on that 1 turn, and then you can use her for other farming purposes if you need to. And Somebody's fucking with me. Which one of you went and edited the fucking page to call it Funny Vamp? Which one of you motherfuckers rigged this page and called it Funny Vamp? That's some shit that I would call a skill. That's its real name, Klidge? That can't be its real name. That's the dumbest shit I've ever read. That's not... I don't believe you. You're lying to me. Funny Vamp. That's some shit that I would, like, call a skill to fuck with somebody. It's also her class. That's her class in Fate Extra. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. It's real. That's beautiful. God damn it. Some funny motherfuckers, let me tell you. Nasu's a peerless genius. If it was an extra, that's not Nasu's bitch ass. That was Wada Arco. Actually, I don't know who wrote extra. Maybe it was Nasu. If it was, then I'll give him the W. It means temptress. Funny Vamp does not mean temptress. Funny Vamp just means hee hee hoo hoo bite you. Anyway. Funny Vamp. Okay, anyway. Party-wide invincibility for 1 attack, 3 turns. It's pretty good. I mean, that's essentially just a better version of Harp of Healing, kind of. Jojo stands name. Oh, that's amazing. Increases buff removal resistance of allies with the good alignment, which is decent. Charges NP gauge except for self on the Millennium Castle battlefield, which only comes into play if she has used her NP, which is easy because she can just use her NP immediately. So I'll blame Manji Gato for calling her yeah, on God. And then her passives are pretty good. Magic Resistance A is good. Territory Creation EX. Actually, it's not that good. No, it is. Okay. For some reason, she had a triple buster deck. Also immune to Pigify. Fuck that. Item Construction, pretty decent. Independent Action's always good. Original one, which is just... It's just projection after she's used her NP. It's pretty decent, I'd say. Anti-Foreigner, which gives her a little bit of a nice niche there. Make her an extra class killer. Alex, welcome. How's it going? She has her AoE NP, extra damage against chaotic enemies. Charge the NP gauge of living human allies except self. Let's get a lay of the land on who that is real quick. There you go. How many of these characters will you feasibly run with Archetype Earth? Looking at this list, you might run Waver, and you might run Mash. Ark's NP passive is all of Geronimo's skills. Yeah. Yeah, no, because living humans are pseudo-servants. So yeah, all of these are pseudo-servants. Would you run Reynes with her? I don't think that you would. I mean, you maybe. I'm gonna give that a maybe. Durga's a living human? She's a Sakura face. She's good. She's one of those characters that, like, having used her a decent amount now, for a variety of content, because a lot of people on my friends list have her. I don't have her because I was AFK moving into Japan during that time. Yeah, she's okay. She's an amazing Buster Beatstick. And you can make her work pretty well. She suffers a lot from the fact that she is a moon cancer, though. Mind you, her kit does do a lot to, like, really make her shine through that. Like, with all of these buffs, this shit is essentially trying to make her, like, more, I'd say more berserker-ish. So she doesn't have class advantage, but she gets that bonus damage at all times, and you want her to use her NP as much as possible. And what are her gains like? It's okay. If I remember right, she's one of those ones that when she actually hits with art crits, she gets an insane refund. She doesn't really do crits too terribly much, does she? No. I would argue that she's high A. Yeah, I'd say high A. She's good. She needs something. Level 120 arc definitely fucks. I agree. Then again, level 120 just about anybody absolutely fun. A for funny vamp alone. You know what? I got you. She was the first servant of the tier list? Yeah. Next, I'm just going to do this preemptively for all of you, just so you know how I feel about Jifu. Jifu is in GOAT tier. Oh, I should make this very clear now. This is putting them up against members of their own class. So, to the at least one human being who just saw me do that and jumped into the comment section of a YouTube video to tell me that I'm stupid. No, I'm not saying that Jifu the 3-star is a better unit than Arcruid the 5-star. I'm saying that she is a 3-star who is a GOAT tier among other 3-stars. So we're just going to keep that in mind. Because right now this looks kind of fucked from an outside perspective, okay? Anyway, yeah, Jifu is fucking stupid. Also, Taco Legs. I love that name so much. SS tier support simp, yes. Us free-to-play knows she's the GOAT. Oh yeah, she's crazy. So she's an alter ego. She's an alter ego who's in the free-to-play gacha. What's up, Origin? How's it going? Welcome back. She is an arts unit. She's chaotic balanced. Yeah. Her NP gain on her face cards from how I've used her is not amazing. But she makes up for it with what she does, and she also alleviates that for herself pretty quickly. So, first things first. First skill, party-wide heal. Removes the latest buff, so only one. And then NP generation up for 30%, 5-turn cooldown. This skill is fucking stupidly powerful. It's really strong. Buff removal, heal, and 30% NP generation is crazy. What's up, Rinrin? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm very sleepy. It's okay to go back to bed. I understand. Second skill. Increases the party's arts performance for 20%. Increases party's critical damage for 3 turns by 30%. Extra damage against undead. This almost never comes into play, but it's an additional 30% damage against the undead. And then reduces enemy crit attack chance for 3 turns by 20%. This skill is ridiculously powerful. Is this a normal tier list? Yes. Just for the servants that have released this year. well, the 2022 New Year's to current day. And then Legend of Jifu, targetable, 30% battery, buff removal resist for one turn, 100%, and then for Consort U, bonus damage, and then additional 20% to Consort U. This almost never comes into play, but if you do really like Consort U, this does solve a lot of Consort U's own problems. So, it's decent. She has Settlement Creation, so own art buff up by 8%, and damage NP generation rate pretty good. She's a High Servant, which literally doesn't mean shit. And then she can't attack Consort U because she's too much of a simp. And then her NP. Oh, JP. I present to you the Elixir of Immortality. It's not real! Fucking beautiful. It's a 5,000 heal. 5,008, because you're going to have her at NP 5 because she's in the free-to-play gacha. 5,000 HP heal. What time is it over there? It is 8:38 right now. It gives her an addition. It gives the. Is it just for herself, right? Yeah. Just her own self, additional healing. And then 20 crit stars every turn for 5 turns. Jifu solos or. Yes. Can't wait for Trauma, man. She is hilarious. She is a gag character. And I love it when they make the gag character amazing. Also, this is one of my favorite pieces. This art goes hard as fuck. Also, in case you've never seen it before, I'm just going to leave this up while I explain. This is her Bond CE. Just read this for yourself. Yeah. Jifu is one of... She is a support to match some 4-star... I think she beats out most 4-star supports in the game. Just in sheer usability. She's a crit art support. She's pretty consistent. I would say the only thing about her that's not great is, again, her own NP gain is not phenomenal. But her kit alleviates that pretty quick. She can solo incredibly well, yes. She's just so universally strong. And if you do invest grails into her, she just becomes an absolute monster. In comparison to the other, 3-star servants, in the 3 stars already, the supports are the ones who are the best of the best. Her direct competition is Asclepius and Mozart, and I'd say that she beats out Mozart pretty hard. And she and Asclepius do similar but different things. But being compared to Asclepius, who's essentially a 5-star and a 3-star body, is so insane. Paracelsus does something different. Paracelsus is for farming. Jifu is for all-around content. You wouldn't bring Paracelsus to the kind of content you'd bring Jifu to. Para beats her? In farming, yes. I'd say her support capabilities beat out Landling easily. She's crazy. Okay. Moving on. Lady Avalon. Who is also an alter ego. Right? No. What? No, she's a pretender, that's right. Forgot. Totally not a beast. Yeah, right? This could not be an evil thing. There's no possible way this could be horrible and evil, right? Alright. This is another one that I feel... Pussy Witch! This is another one that I feel like the class kind of affected her a lot. Would you? Yes. 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 Mrs. Beast. Yeah, she's essentially a caster and should be treated as such. Isn't that the Merlin only in the Japan arcade game? It was until she was added to JP. The amount of white hair. Oh God! Oh no! Await you. Origin, thank you for the gifted. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, my friend. That was incredibly generous of you. Absolutely insanely generous of you. If you received a gifted sub, please be sure to say thank you to Origin. And also make sure that your Discord is linked to your Twitter or to your Twitch, the way that you can have access to the subscriber-only chat in the Discord to get videos early. And as to what that was, I set it up so that anytime I get gifted subs, it releases, I want to say, 30 to 45 wild klidge fumos that attack me. For each gifted sub. So that was a grand total of 200 klidge fumos that just smacked me in the face. Anyway, moving on. Deja wasn't subbed. Deja just never subbed to me. Would you like a summer alt goat man? What if I draw you red as hell because you are pasty? Why am I pasty? I mean, do what you want. I'm not going to be opposed to it, but, you know. Hype Train? Hype Train is close. Ranumie 5, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the Prime sub. Prime sub? Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Pasty white, you said it yourself. I don't know if I said pasty. I'm definitely white. I'm very white, pale as hell. Pale and pasty aren't the same. That's different. I use the go wave. Ooh, yeah, hell yeah. Ow. And A-Man 16, thank you for the 1 bit. Thank you so much. Alright, we talk about this girl.
Pain and suffering await you.
Fimblevin, thank you for the Prime sub for 9 months. Congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on the sub baby. Welcome back, my dear friend. Oh no!
Pain and suffering await you.
No! It's a lot of fumos. Oh God!
Pain and suffering await you.
No! So much! Origin, thank you for the 5 more gifted subs. And not Haru, thank you for the 5 gifted subs as well.
Yay!
So incredibly generous, all of you. Thank you so much. If you received a gifted sub, please be sure to say thank you.
Yay!
Oh my god. Sushi. Oh, Sushi, thank you for the follow, and Nowadays 62, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome, fellas. Hope you enjoy your stay. You guys are far too kind to me. I swear. But yes, welcome. I'm glad to have you all here. So kind. Alright. I fucking missed. Your aim with the Excalibur sucks, I gotta say, Arc Rogue. Anyway. Yes. This girl is essentially... She's just Merlin again, but for arts. The problem is, though, is that Castoria exists. It is still the best servant in the game. So, targetable. 50% art up, 30%, increases their max HP for 3 turns by 3,000, increases their critical damage for 1 turn by 100%, this is just hero creation, but for arts, pretty much, right? Not to say it's a bad skill. It's an insanely good skill. But it's really good. Next, parties attack by 20%. Parties NP gauge by 20%. Overcharge the party's NP by 1 stage for 1 time, 3 turns. It pretty good. It's just it's just Merlin's skill, but better because it has the overcharge thing. And then Succubus's Ridge. Grants party invincibility for 1 turn, which is always good. Inflict NP turn charge minus debuff for 1 time to all enemies. So it just decreases their gauge. NP turn change prevents enemies' NP from being charged but for 1 tick at the start of next turn. Charges own NP gauge based on the number of enemies. Okay, so it's like it's a vampirism essentially. It's a delayed vampirism, which is pretty good. If Castoria is so good, how come I've been beating spell 6 without her? Yeah, honestly, the Giga Chad shit is the most important thing. Forgot to tell you, I got spooked by Odysseus on the Mello and Percy banner. Damn. That absolutely sucks. I'm so sorry. 3rd point for double Castoria, plus Avalon. So actually, I'll get into that. First, all of her passives are also really good. And then her NP is... increases party's max HP by 5,000 at NP 5, but it's for the most part it's just going to be this one 3,000, which is still really good. And then charges NP gauge every turn by 5%, which is not good. If she's NP 5, she's crazy, but at this she's not that good. Also, the 5 stars is okay, but meh. What do you mean that sucks? You got Odysseus. My luck was in the red for months. It was, but I don't know if pulling Odysseus is taking yourself out of the red. That's just my opinion, though. I don't like Odysseus, but if you like him, more power to you. I respect it. Yeah, so... Lady Avalon has one thing that I really, really like that I think that we need to consider. She's not Castoria, and I would argue that she's not meant to be competition to Castoria. And my reasoning for that is that Castoria is more about farming. Oh my god.
Been a long time viewer and finally get to visit your stream. Keep up the good work, funny FGO man.
Not hard. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. That is some incredibly kind words. Hopefully I can continue to deliver content that you and everyone else can enjoy. So I hope I can continue to meet all of your expectations. And I'm always open to new suggestions for anything that you guys would find interesting. But yes, I appreciate the support, always. I always do. Class starting gotta go. Okay, peace out, Rainer. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. I don't view her as competition to Castoria, realistically, which is what I think most people compare her to, and you kind of want to do that off the cuff because, like, that's what I did, like, pretty much as soon as it started when I looked at her. The kind of comp that you want to run her in is this is a challenge quest character. This is someone who you bring in for, like, high rank content. Yeah. And she pairs insanely well with Tamamo, for example. If you put these two together and a single target arts unit, like, say, I don't know, Squirtoria, you're going to probably be able to clear out most things. Because she provides defense and NP gain, Tamamo gives a cooldown charge, and you have a main damage dealer, and that's how you can use her super effectively. Kind of like the normal Dick Wizard. Yes, but I would argue kind of better. Because Arts is a little bit more consistent. That's not true. Buster's always very consistent, but you know what I mean. If a servant had a third skill where the only effect of the skill was targetable A change of all face cards in the NP to arts for 3 turns. Would that be a very strong... That'd be an insanely powerful skill. That would make some characters... That would change the entire meta of FGO. I say she's gonna go here. She is just a better Merlin. They finally made Merlin too. They did. Okay. That would make it would make Emmy into a god. For 3 turns, that's insane. Okay, Gareth. I love Gareth. Gareth is my beautiful daughter. Let's talk about it. If I remember right, Summer Gareth is not very good. Sometimes you both genital mages together. You make God, I don't remember the name of that hentai with all the dick girls. Man, my memory's fading on me, guys. Pass but head pats. 100% agree. No, not Bible Black. It's, there's like a girl in an American bikini. There's like a green-haired girl. It's like a club activity thing or something like that. It's old. Futabu, that's it. Yep, you got it. That's the one. Yeah, Gareth is my daughter forever and always. Anyway, NP gain rate, pretty decent. Unfortunately, 2 hits on her arts cards. Sucks. Let's see. Quick transformation, ironically, for Arts and Buster. The all-knowing chat, always. Increases own arts performance for 3 turns, increases own Buster performance for 3 turns, and gains stars 20-20-20, 5-turn cooldown. It's pretty generic, but it's good. A 20-star star bomb is always really good. Fed Alba, 1, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. 2nd, Sunlight Gareth. She makes the sun on the battlefield. Grants 1 ally gut status for 1 time 3 turns. Gains stars every turn for 3 turns. That's 10, so it's a 20-30 on command. 6-turn cooldown. And then, of course, making sun is good. Robigus Ironside Red Sword. Increases own bust performance for 3 turns by 30%, which gives her a 50% 3-turn buster up in total. Charges on MP gauge by 20%. Grants on attack, she burns people. Riding B, magic resist B. Anti-saber, so she can bully her brothers. And then this is AoE Buster. If it's on sunlight, it's bonus attack. Increases own attack. Gareth, I love you so much, but it's not good. It's totally fine. Like, the only normal effect is just damn. Yeah, she is a massive beat stick. She hit thing. All right, later, Babylon. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out. Harris, Mordred, Agravain. Yes. Anyone bring the water? Yes. There is a guy who, I guess he released before the anniversary. Zhang Zhu makes every battlefield. I'm gonna have to put Gareth in C. She is lackluster. She has very strong competition in the 4-star Buster Saber class, and she just doesn't shine very much. Her issue is that she doesn't do anything special. And if her base attack is not great, if I remember right, yeah, it's not amazing. Her base attack is 8,000. And unlike characters like Barghast, who are built to survive forever and can like afford to have the low attack but like big HP, She has no survival in her kit, really. She's got a guts. She's, I don't know, it just feels lacking. Moving on. Summer Ibuki. A lot of people hated this character when she came out. I'm gonna die on the hill that I think that she's hot as fuck. AoE, Art Zerker. A lot of shit going on. You can loop with her pretty well. Let's take a look. Quick Arts, Buster. Buster, stats, pretty high attack, makes sense. She's also a Zerk, which is good. 20% attack up 3 turns, crit damage up for the party for 3 turns. It's almost never going to come into play. Increase MP generation rate of Summer Mode Servant allies. That's really important. That's really, really good. Because I think that's just, yeah. It's a lot of, anybody who has a summer form, really, or a summer costume. It's pretty good. Summer Cheerleader is an Arts up and a Buster up for 3 turns, and then reduces skill cooldown by 1. It's targetable. It's targetable. But most of the time, you're going to want to put this on her. Yeah, Blackbeard is going to get a summer costume this year on NA. Ugh. And then she has her 50% battery, 50% star gen, or sorry, 10 star generation, and 5,000 star absorb for 3 turns. And then Buster up by 2%, up there with the likes of Beowulf. Actually, no, Beowulf has E-, doesn't he? Nerd. So does Tori. That's great. A nickel for every Summer Arts AoE Berserker with an American-inspired ascension. I have 2 nickels. Yes. More Buster up. All that. That's good. Anti-Alter Ego is good. And then removes all defensive buffs from characters before damage. You cannot avoid this. AoE damage, reduces critical attack chance by 20%, Earth attribute bonus damage, which is a lot of fucking things. A lot of enemies are Earth attribute. Like, a lot of enemies are Earth attribute. Like, a lot of enemies are Earth attribute. And while that 150% isn't exactly, like, vital, it's definitely good. Yeah, she's S tier. Is she better than Summer Musashi? I would argue yes. If for no other reason than the fact that she has a battery in her kit and Musashi doesn't. So if for some reason something gets fucked up, Ibuki can actually recover from it. Summer Musashi can't. Okay. Smug Girl. She's an Avenger now. Angie. Good attack, fitting for an Avenger. Kind of low HP, fitting for an Avenger. It's mediocre NP gain. 3-hit art cards is okay, 4-hit quick cards is okay. You're an Arts Servant, right? Yeah. Okay. Increases own Arts performance for 3 turns by 30%. 2-time evasion, 3 turns. Pretty good. Non-removable immunity is an issue with Ibuki, though. It is. I've never had an issue when I've used her, though, is the thing. I've never been in a situation where I've brought Ibuki and I'm like, fuck. Wish I brought somebody else to farm with. So I'm willing to overlook the potential issues that Ibuki has for the sheer power she brings to the table. Also, she got a fat ass and horns. Just pointing out there, Musashi can be better. No, that's a good point. I think Ibuki is more consistent as a whole. Okay, yeah, 30% arts up, 3 turns, pretty good. The evasion probably is never going to come into play. Boundary towards Yomi. Inflicts curse with 1,000 damage for 3 turns to all enemies. Has a taunt for self, which is taunt for self is really good for Avengers to a degree because they have that thing where they get bonus shit if they get hit. Self on defense, activate buff for 3 turns. Just enemies defense, yeah. And then instant kill memes. Instant kill memes increases own critical damage for 3 turns. And then the servant killer thing again. 120% death rate. 35% is such a weird number for both of these. Got a lot of good passives. She gets this, which is nice. 4% every turn is really strong, especially on an arts unit. Chance to instant kill last is very important for her. If she was AoE, she would be a monster. She's single target, so it doesn't work out very well. She's weird. She's really weird. Oh, don't put feet on my stream, girl. I'd say she's a character that can work. It needs a lot. I'm just gonna do this right now as well. I kind of don't even want to look at Summer Skadi. You know what? I'm going to for the sake of this tier list. I do need to move a little bit faster because I am on a kind of a time limit. Summer Skadi is a ruler, and what they decided to do is rather than actually go in and do anything to original Skadi, they just made her again with all of the buffs that people wanted. Smash, yes. Yeah, so targetable quick damage up. Targetable 50%, 100% buster, crit. 3 turns both, really strong. Increases party's attack for 3 turns. Party's quick buster for 15%, 3 turns. And then gain critical stars every turn. Get 15 of them every turn. Really good. And then targetable 50%. Increases their critical star absorption of the buster cards for 1 turn. And then makes more stars. Pairs insanely well with this skill. It makes her able to be used for multiple different things. The only thing that original Skadi has over her is the defense down. Otherwise, this Skadi is better. Increases own NP damage. Oh yeah, she also can, she can actually farm by herself now because of, she has an NP that actually deals damage to other people. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's just Skadi but better. It's just original Skadi but upgraded so that she's just better now. And original Skadi, while the weakest of the 5-star supports, it's still a 5-star SSSS tier support. So yeah, that's going top of ass, fucking crazy. Summer Wu is awful. I looked at Summer Wu's kit and she sucks. She has an amazing design. She is terrible. Don't let Fuya hear that I said that, but yeah. So, she has decent NP gain. It's not the worst in the world, but it's okay. Well, here's why she's bad. Parties attack for 3 turns. Parties buster for 3 turns. Parties MP generation for 3 turns. 15, 15, 20. It's okay. It's a decent charisma. The 20% NP rate's really nice. Reduces all enemies' NP gauge by 1. Increases parties' damage against undead enemies for 3 turns. Charges parties' NP gauge by 20%. 7-turn cooldown. And then this stuns all undead enemies, recovers party's HP, removes party's debuffs, 3000 heal. She is effectively a worse version of Asclepius. Because she pigeonholes herself into this anti-undead niche. And then there's this. This is the thing that's supposed to make her work, is her NP. Which is that she makes enemies undead for 3 turns. And then does the damage to them. So then, theoretically, you are then able to get all of this to go off. Which, I can see the logic. That works against 1 wave. And it's a buster NP, so she doesn't refund for shit. It's just, maybe she works in Konyanskaya Oberon setups, and I just am not aware. But she's for me, she's too gimmicky for my blood. I'm going to have to put her in C. We got Skadi 2.0, watches Castoria 2.0, is just Castoria with added buff removal immunity and death immunity on the NP. Yeah, on God. Okay, Assassino. It's the most... a lot of assassins this year. Look at her. She has to compete with Kasku. Yeah. Konyanskaya Summer will fix her. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this summer. I've put in my 2 cents on it. We'll see if any of that comes true. I was informed, and after doing more playtesting with her, that the summer Valks are much better than I initially thought. But, you know. I'm normally Ortland gang too, but this girl's really grown on me. Fucking Hilder. Hilder's really grown on me. Yeah, the NP gain is what throws me off, because it is so low. But yeah, the refund off of the NP is decent. It's really, really good. Anti-demonic never comes into play. AoE is good, but it's the Earth attribute thing again, which is super strong. Yeah. Arts quick and crit up 3 turns each, 20% on the cards, then 100% crit. 100% crit up 3 turns, 3 attack, really strong. Yeah, here we go. MP generation rate of Valkyrie allies for 3 turns. Yeah, that makes up for it. Party evasion, 1 attack, 3 turns is always strong. Increases party's attack for 3 turns, decent. This is a good skill. And then charges 1 out, targetable 20% up, recovers HP, gains stars. And then this, they are... I'm going to say that they are here. I'm going to not put them into EX tier, into the GOAT tier, only because they're still assassins, which kind of drags them down. Alright. Now for my favorite servant that came out. That's come out so far. She's not an assassin. What am I doing? My baby. Sendo Riku is not good. She is not good. Which sucks. Because I love her so much. Yeah, she's not that good. As someone who uses her, she's not that good. Triple Quick Berserker is super interesting. AoE Berserker, AoE Quick Berserker is really interesting. A lot of AoE servants coming up, by the way. No, if the fact that she is a Berserker is honestly the thing that saves her from being too terribly low, because you can farm with her. Just not very well. Her NP gain rate is not great because of her. It's actually pretty decent. It never feels like it's decent though when you use her is the thing. It never does. It's probably just because of the one art card. Yeah, get stars, NP gain rate for the party, and then quick up for the party, 20%. It's good. Targetable 30% battery with a double 2-stage overcharge, 1 time 3 turns, and gives them targetable invincibility as well. That's a really nice support skill. And then increases own critical damage for 3 turns by 50%. Increases own critical damage with quick cards for 3 turns by 50%. So if she's critting on her quick cards, it is 100%. Grants self on attack activate debuff. Defense down for 3 turns on the enemy when they're being hit with a quick card, so it's effectively 110%. I never get it. Disfarming berserkers give more NP than other classes or give less. Hard to say. These are okay. Increases on NP generation rate of quick cards by 10%. You see, this doesn't make sense to me because I've used her and I think that she can loop, but her damage output is so bad that she usually doesn't actually finish the job. Her refund is it's okay. It could be worse, but it's just okay. Then she has an AoE quick NP with Curse and NP seal on it. Bonus to man attribute. For me, Riku gets a B. Yeah, she just doesn't do any damage. Keisuke, I think I'm going to have to put into D. I'm just going to say this now. Keisuke fucking sucks. Keisuke is a sad, sad case. As someone who likes him, he sucks. Decent NP generation rate. I know nothing about him. Is he that bad? Well, yes and no. Alright, so Keisuke's issue is that he pigeonholes himself into being a Shinsengumi exclusive support. And you can use him outside of that context and he works okay, but if he's not in that context, he's just fine. Never seen this servant? I love his art. He's drawn by Van Gogh's artist. It's great. He's phenomenal. You never see him because nobody uses him because he's bad. Alright. Party attack up, NP generation up, 20/20 on that both, and a 10-star star bomb is just fine. That's almost like standard for charisma in current year. He is fun to use, but he's not good. Charges an NP battery by 20%, and then a 30% buff to his Quicken Arts for 3 turns. That's okay. If this was targetable, this would be so much better. And then Party Evasion for 1 attack, 3 turns, recovers party HP by 3,000, and then gets rid of their dots. Now, his NP is a Charisma with a 10 critical stars every turn. And then increases Shinsengumi crit damage by 50% for 3 turns. Also the 10% battery, but honestly that almost... it's negligible. His NP, we have seen earlier today, and in better form as a skill on other characters. And that's because of this, trying to make it, like, because this is a pretty powerful buff for Shinsengumi servants. His NP gain rate is not phenomenal because he only has 2 hits on his arts cards. Like, you can make him work as, like, a pseudo kind of crit support. But, again, having used him, he's not that good. It's just literally bring any other... So bring Jifu. Jifu does his job so much better. And Jifu is a free, non-limited servant. So, yeah, he's going in the D. EO. Where you at, girl? If I remember right, EO was decently strong. He's also Noriaki Kakyoin's voice actor. Really? Huh. She's good for farming and that's it. Well, she's a welfare, so she's NP5 for free. Costume owning, so yeah, you can use it with Crane if you're into that. Alright. Arts performance up by 30%. Anti-Divine, 50%. Curse damage for 3 turns to all enemies. 30% NP battery, increases on critical star absorption on arts cards for 1 turn by 500, and then arts crits up for 100% damage. That's pretty good. And then increases party's attack for 3 turns by 20%. Wild Beast crit damage. That's such a weirdly specific thing, but okay. And then 10 stars. So she can make stars for herself. She has a way of collecting stars, which is really good. Immunity to poison and burn is interesting. Increases on quick performance by 5%. Increases on critical damage for 5 quick cards by 10%. Grants self Wild Beast trait. Wait, hold on. Oh. So that affects her then. Okay, I see. So she's a wild beast. So this gives her a 50% 3-turn crit up on top of all of this shit. Okay. This is a character I'm not awfully familiar with. And then NP damage by 10%. AoE, inflict evil curse, increases curse damage on them. People were saying that she's a really good support. For being a welfare, she's really good. She seems like it. She's NP 5. So 750 damage. She seems interesting. This is one I would be willing to move up or down depending. This is a character that is on nobody's support list. And I only just got my PC back, like right at the end of the Gouda Gouda event, so I could not get her, which sucks. Yeah, she seems good. Okay, the Assassin of Thighs. This character's design is so fucking good.
Yay!
Nom2990, thank you for following. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Her looping damage output is good, but her refund is kind of smelly. EO, that is. Gotcha. Interesting. No, I did not get EO. And yes, this girl, I love this girl's design. We need more just straight-up girl failures like she is. And this person should be allowed to draw more. Is it true that she can't be close to Shota's? Her? No, that's Musashi. Her event was very enjoyable. I loved it. She's a fucking goof. Yeah, this was the second of the three AoE quick servants that we got kind of in a back-to-back thing. So she's an AoE quick assassin made to show that, hey guys, Skadi's not dead because we made a new one. Quick performance and bust performance, 30% each. Grant self on attack, activate, increases. Okay, the Ashvathaman has a similar thing to this. Her quick cards give her star gen, and then her buster cards give her quick damage for 3 turns. Which is, it's okay. It's not really what you want to use her for, but it's okay. Did you see her Kuroneko pancake? Hers? No. She sings it if you have Abby. That is so fucking cute. I probably have seen it and forgot, but I love that. That's adorable. Yeah, this skill is decent. Ashvathaman has like the exact same skill. Or something similar. But Ashvathaman is not a farming unit, and this girl is supposed to be. It's the sole reason I wailed for her. Good choice. I wanted to wail for her. I just was unlucky. Ignore invincibility is good. 30% attack up is good for 3 turns. Increase on critical star absorption for 1 turn, but 500% is okay. Sensitive mental. Self-evasion 2 attacks for 3 turns. Own buff removal resistance for 3 turns. Charges on MP gauge by 30%. It's okay. And then AoE NP. Bonus damage to evil characters. Increases own quick performance by 20%. And has a 40% chance to stun. Her damage is not great if I remember because she's an assassin. She is meh. I would argue that no, because you could argue that Granny here at least has some support capabilities. This girl not so much. I like her though. When she comes to NA, I'll probably roll for her. She's cute. Next is a guy who I really like. Huang Feihu, the man. He's weird. He is a single target DPS buster, but he has such low attack and such bad NP gain. Like, as I've used him, it's like so it's so mediocre. Okay. Pass wood fist bump, yes. Chinese dad, correct. Increases party's arts performance for 3 turns. Increase party's bust performance for 3 turns. Grant himself the Prince of Wu Cheng, who guards the kingdom status for 3 turns, and changes his own chaotic alignment to lawful. And that affects how this works. If he is lawful, he gets crit damage. If he is chaotic, he gets NP generation. Which is kind of nice that you can turn that on and off for like what you need in whatever given situation. Which, you know, is pretty decent. 50% NP generation is really good. The only downside is that it's tied to his guts, which I think is his only survival skill. Yeah. It only lasts 3 turns, right? Yeah, on a 6-turn cooldown. That can be rough. That's kind of awkward to use. Things they like from Huang Feihu, his sons. Increases own attack for 3 turns. Increases own crit damage for 3 turns. And makes stars. Hey, look, it's Keisuke's fucking... It's Keisuke's NP, except for one guy, and better. And then Bond of the Huang family gets stars. Even more crit damage on his busters. And then the single target, he does a tiny projection, hits a man. He is, I would say he's a totally middle of the road rider. Which sometimes you just need that. Sometimes you do just need that. He can function. He's just weird. Yeah, time for a little Liz. What is she? She's a pretender. She's pretending to be relevant. I actually really like this design. It's really cute. I love the big eyes. I love the little dragon mouth, and I love the horns. The dragon horns are what really sell this to me. The dragon horns are so cute on this fucking jelly bean. Also, she T-poses. This is the one Liz that I would actually willingly adopt. I would raise you so you didn't become Carmilla, and certainly don't become a weird, like, idol on the moon. Anyway. She's okay. Increases party's attack by 20%. When can I get her on EN? Not this Halloween, but the following Halloween. So about a year and a half. Year and a couple months. Increase the critical damage of allies with the neutral alignment for 3 turns. Lawful alignment is crit damage, neutral alignment NP damage, and NP generation for chaotic allies, or chaotic alignment. 3 turns, 20% on all of those. And the Mount Liang trait, except for self, for 3 turns. And increase some critical star absorption by 500%, 6-turn cooldown. I like how versatile this skill is. And it does give you, like, options for how you want to use her. She can farm with double Vich and Oberon, though if you actually have Oberon, I think you can use him instead of her. Probably, yeah. Enormous Banquet. So you always want to use this skill first. Charges 8 NP gauge of Mount Liang allies by 20%. Increases their max HP by 2,000. And then reduces the resistance of Mount Liang allies by 20% for 3 turns. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, if you want to get anything out of this skill, you have to use this. And then increase Quick and Buster and crit damage, all 30%. Art up, which is kind of irrelevant. She has the 1 art card. And then she's a Welfare, NP5 for free. Deals damage to all enemies. Decreases their defense. Increases on star generation and NP damage for 1 turn. 15 and 10% respectively. She's just weird. Using her is so weird. Like, if you need... Sometimes you need a pretender, and this is a free NP5. You can make her work. but once you get something better, you're probably not going to go back to her. She's like totally fine. But yeah, she needs some love. All right. Now for an oft-forgotten, much-hated character that I fucking love. I adore this girl. I love Britomart. I love her. She's so stupid. %100 smash. It sucks she gets so much hate. I'm going to say mostly unjustified because people are assholes. This is why people hate her. Is because this is what her design was when it was revealed, and then this was what was inside. You would think that this would be a win-win thing, because you get both the cool knight armor, and then also the really, really cute anime girl. But people were furious that it couldn't be another mecha servant. And so they shat on her relentlessly. Mind you, as an actual servant to use, she's not like the best. She is just Bradamante, but better. And yeah, her kit and Huang, yeah, they're very similar. She's also drawn by Helena Blavatsky's artist, who I want them to draw more things for Fate because I love their style. She also came out at the time when everyone, Washington, mad at the game. Yeah, everyone was mad at the game. Yes. It's because she was an AoE quick servant, released after an AoE quick servant, released after an AoE quick servant, and then her kit was very similar to the one that was released before her, and is very reminiscent of Bradamante's. She is Bradamante with emphasis on boobs instead of booty. I mean, yes, which it makes sense when you know the history behind her. Sorry, I just felt a very small earthquake. It makes sense when you know the history behind her, which is that she is... Britomart is just Bradamante, but through a different retelling of a story called The Fairy Queen. She's cool, but she had one of the most unfortunate times. Yes, absolutely. Does anyone play JP? Yes. Anyway, let's look at her. 2 attack, 3 turn invincibility, NP generation up by 30%, increases own critical attack chance and resistance. Sorry, critical attack chance resistance for 3 turns by 30%. It's a good skill. Virtue of Chastity. 10 stars immediately, 10 star generation every turn for 3 turns. Immunity. Which is really good. Increase own critical own critical damage by 30%. Which is just a good skill. 6 turn cooldown, and then 30%, 30%, 30%. Quick buster and charge. Personally, I was just disappointed that she wasn't similar to Barghast for body type with that armor. I get that, and I'm all for having more muscle knight mommies in this game, 100%. But honestly, a cute elf girl's okay too. She could have been the next Castoria and people would have still hated her. If she looked like this and then turned into this but had Castoria's kit, people would probably still hate her, yes. And then she has Ignore Invincibility on her NP. Damage against riding enemies, which is a lot of them, by 50% for 1 turn. And then deals damage to all enemies. AoE, extra damage against riders. Get it? Because haha, hee hee, hoo hoo, she's a chastity servant. Yeah, she is... I would say of these 3, she's arguably the most usable. But, you know, cute elf girl makes up for lacking muscle, yes. Sometimes, but not always. You want another melon servant? Yes. I want Melon to draw me with huge tits. That's my end game. Alright, next up. The Yorokobe Shonen. That's an image that won't leave my head now. That image exists. Do I have it saved? Is it one of these? Oops, wrong thing. Source. My klidge folder. I can't show the other one because of Twitch TOS. I didn't commission these, by the way. I'm just gonna let that be known. There you go, Melon. Have a heyday. In the event that you've never seen these before. Once again, I didn't have that commission. My friend Chris is a very talented man. And I love him for it. Would you, chat? Well, go on then. You know I'd make fun of you. Ugh. Alright. The Mans. Rasputin. Okay. I would and no comments, damn. Recovers one ally. It's okay, first skill. Okay, Rasputin is good. If I remember right, he's really good. I have him, but have not been able to level him. Targetable. Debuff clear. 3000 heal, and attack up for 30%. 4-turn cooldown. It's really good. 30% NP battery. Deals 2,000 damage to himself. Charges NP gauge of all evil alignment of all allies with evil alignment. Increases arts performance of all allies with evil alignment. He's evil, right? Yeah. So 50% up with an arts tied to it. 3 turns. Real good. Third skill. Grant self gut status for 1 time, 3 turns. And it's stackable with other guts. Grant self gut status, which activates chance to guts when defeated for 3 turns. So it's fucking necromancy. It's just necromancy. Got it. Oh. And then when guts is activated, increase NP damage by 20% for 3 turns. And then has a taunt to it. He can't be poisoned. Makes sense because he's Rasputin. Increase that. Bonus crit. Bonus arts. Okay, so basically what this skill is, if I'm reading this correctly, is he gives himself guts. And then he gives himself a status that is, when he's defeated, he increases his NP damage by 20%. But also, he gets the one guts... He gets the guaranteed guts off the bat. And then after that, he gets a necromancy effect. For 3 turns. And every time that he revives, he gets 20% damage to his NP for 5 turns. So theoretically, he can stack the ever-loving shit out of this. Over and over and over again. And if you could also just give him like necromancy as is to probably just like gamble with those odds even more. Viva Rasputin. Curse damage he does too. Yeah, well, we're gonna get to that. So he has an AoE arts. extra damage against evil things. Inflicts burn, and then inflicts spreading fire. Inflicts curse, and then evil curse. And then has the chance to instant kill good people. Also increases his own arts shit. He's finicky. I think that's the best word to describe him, is that he's finicky. But he's really strong. Necro doesn't work on him? Okay. Still. He's fairly powerful. I don't think he's EX tier, but he's fairly powerful. Actually, I think I need to bump her up. I see so much potential in her. Yeah, super strong. Okay, next. What if we somehow made Nitocris hotter? Like, how did you do this? How did you make a perfect design? I don't understand. How did you make an already perfect design even more perfect? I don't understand how you can do that. I don't understand how you can do that and be the same motherfucker who drew Phantom. Saucy. Anyway. I'm pretty sure this girl is fucking EX tier. She's GOAT tier. Not just because of the design. She is an arts farmer, if I recall correctly. I would let her erase me from exist. Yes. Don't hate the artist, hate the devs that gave her that kit. That's fair. That's fair. Alright. And I don't hate this artist, because they also made Billy, and Billy looks amazing. Okay. Funeral records. Arts and Buster up by 30% for 3 turns. And then HP recovery by 2,000 for 3 turns. Really good. 100% NP battery. Gives the party good alignment for 1 turn. Increases party's received buff success rate for 1 turn. Inflicts evil alignment for 1 turn to all enemies. Reduces all enemies' received buff success rate for 1 turn. Which is a really weird skill. But it comes into play. Yeah. And then increases party's arts performance for 3 turns by 20%. 60% chance to grant evasion to allies with a good alignment for 1 attack 3 turns. 60% for debuff immunity. And 60% to grant instant kill immunity. Instant kill immunity being the worst of those. But debuff immunity and an evade are amazing. You can use Konya with her. I believe it. Madness Enhancement E. Got all the Avenger stuff. Has Divinity. Anti-caster. And then she does bonus damage to evil people, man, chance to instant kill all enemies after damage, and increases her NP shit first. She is an arts looper. If you use her with Castoria, she pops the fuck off. How many is your hits? 4. Yeah. And she's an Avenger, so she does stupid amounts of damage, pretty high attack. Her weakness is that she doesn't have class advantage, but she can loop fairly easily. You can, they learned, and she ain't, yeah, that's also true, she's not limited. They learned how to not mess up with instant kill. Yeah, they finally learned. Put that shit at the end. She's EX tier. I'll put her here. I love her. I love her so much. Okay. Assassino. Tez. I like Tez. Tez is cool. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Charisma of Conflict A increases party's attack for 3 turns, increases the attack of allies with guts status for 3 turns. 20% and 20% respectively. The Black Sun charges own NP gauge by 50%, charges party's NP gauge except for himself by 30%, grants party invincibility for 2 attacks 3 turns, and if a chance to inflict party invincibility buff block for 1 time 3 turns. Interesting. So if they get invincibility now, they can't get it later. Makes sense. I think his art is unique. I like his art. It's grown on me a lot. I like it. I didn't like it initially, and I still don't like his second ascension very much, but I like his other 2. Okay, finally. Grants self-guts for 1 time 3 turns. Increases on art's performance for 3 turns. Increases own damage against divine enemies for 3 turns. Increases own damage against super large enemies for 3 turns. 50 and 50 for that respectively. Art's up for 30%. And grants sunlight battlefield nullification, so it turns off the sun. Arts, Divinity, Almighty, and then this thing increases the value of a master's skills by 10% while self is on the field. It's really, really interesting. Did you get Avatar, comma? I did not know. I managed to pull Duryodhana, but not other girl. Do I want her? I do. At this moment in time, though, I'm saving for the fox. And there's a different girl on the horizon I have my eyes on, assuming that she comes out. Yeah. Anti-assassin. If I give you rolls, will you try? I will. I probably won't do it tonight because I have to finish this tier list, but I will be live with Fate stuff tomorrow. And unfortunately, it is getting late, and I'm worrying I'm not going to make it in my normal time frame, so I'm probably have to be up a little bit late to finish this. I bet tomorrow then. All right. Yeah, Coin of Light is the fox I'm referring to. And then he has an AoE arts. AoE arts. Noble Phantasm. Ignore invincibility, which is good. Deals damage to all enemies. Party's NP gauge by 10%. Can he loop? I'm going to need you guys to inform me on that. I'm not sure if he can loop or not. He just beats out his peers just by having more team synergy. Yes, if I remember correctly and very well. He loops very well. He can. Alright. Because his kit is already strong. I needed to confirm that. If that's the case, he's probably one of the best loopers for the assassins. Castoria has his approval. I'll put him here. He's probably justifiably GOAT tier. Okay. Sex with the City. Where's my pretenders? Ring, 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 ring. Tlalaku. Do, 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 do. God, I love her design. She's so fucking cute. I love a girl who could just kill me. Also, yes, very good drip on her. Looking good. I would... I agree. She's also a quick Pretender, which I think is the only one. Also known as Hummingbird. Interesting. Yeah. Smash, agreed. First skill, 30% battery, followed by NP generation up for 3 turns. Everything becomes water. Makes sense. Increases party's attack for 3 turns by 20%. Crit by 20%. Party ignore evade is interesting. It's very rare, so that's pretty good. Remove all enemies. One latest gut status is really good. If you actually remove it, though, they get their defense decreased by 50%, which that is a incredibly niche thing, but when that hits, that's going to fucking hit. Knowing that that is a potential thing in somebody's kit is amazing. Yeah, the second skill is essentially the I know where you are and I'm going to fucking kill you. That's really good. 6 turn cooldown, by the way. Quick arts crit up all by 30%, and then reduce damage taken for 3 attacks by 3 turns by 2,000. It's okay. The buffs are good. When it hits, it's gonna hit. Klidge 2023. That's my campaign slogan. Additional crit damage by the water. Arts up by 12%. Divinity is nice. City State Alliance increases party's arts performance by 8%, except self if self is on the field. Anti-Avenger. I think I understand why. So you almost always want to do this after you have her switch to the water side field. Deals damage to all enemies. Increases party's NP damage by 20%, except self after the fact. But it also does it before the fact too. Klidge is referring to his NP. That's the line he says when he starts it up. She's very strong. She's very strong. She's pretty good. Her attack kind of sucks. Her NP generation rate is just fine, but she has a lot of stuff in her kit to make up for it. I would say she's a solid A tier, and it helps that Zhang Zhu is in this game to help her be more consistent with the art stuff while also helping her get her stars so that she can actually hit these crits. Like, just knowing that that man is in this game makes her at the minimum an A tier. Alright. Cuckoo time. You've heard of sex with the city. How about now sex with space? I love Cuckoo. Cuckoo's design? Mwah! Beautiful. Perfect. Amazing. The intercoursing, yes. I should just do this preemptively. Cuckoo is GOAT tier. She's up here. She's fucking crazy. Immune to Pigify, by the way. Interesting that she does not retain... Interesting. Alright, so here's how Cuckoo works. Cuckoo taxes you. Cuckoo is a tax collector, except those tax collections are through stars. She takes... All of her skills do one thing, and then they do an additional thing if you pay your taxes. So she increases the party's attack for 3 turns. By 20%, does this extra thing here, and then an optional 30% if you pay your taxes. 5 turn cooldown. Charges one ally's NP gauge, targetable 50% NP gauge. But if you pay your taxes, it grants them tax evasion for 2 attacks and ignore evade for 3 turns. And then she has the personal invincibility, buster up for 30%, critical damage for 3 turns by 50%, but if you pay your taxes, increases her own NP damage by 30% as well. Well, that's the thing. she gives you 10 stars every turn, so then you have to pay it back to her just like how taxes are. That's your tax refund right there. She gives you a tax refund for that. Oh yeah, and also all of your invincibility becomes the anti-purge shit, so if you use invincibility with her, you cannot have your shit broken. You just are invincibility. Also, you have to remember that the quick buff on JP exists, which makes paying your taxes a little bit easier. They essentially gave you a stimulus on that. Not to get political or anything, but you know. Yes, you have to clear it to know what it is. I'm not clicking on it for the sake of spoilers, even though I think everyone pretty much knows what it is, because, you know. Again, anti-Earth is really strong. It's an AoE, bonus damage to threat to humanity by 50%. Threat to humanity is this, which is not a lot. Mostly foreigners and bugs. Skill seal, and then gain 30 stars. That's your real tax return right there. Not to get the political, what the hell is a lost belt? That's a good question. Much like in true politics fashion, I will not answer your question and ignore it. Yeah, she's really strong. All of her additional effects on her skills are absolutely worth using. Her kit is busted to all fucking shit. Her passive with this is insane because just this alone is good, but then the fact that she just makes you... It's a free 20-30 in her kit automatically. She's ridiculous. She might be better than Ibuki. Just like a true politician, would you have my vote? What can I say? I'm a man of the person. That person is me. Okay. The Pope is in C tier. The young Pope is going into C tier. I'm gonna have to speed this up just a little tidbit about. She can bust her lip too, can't she? Yes. Johanna is good. Is she? Damn, Ace are sad right now. Cry. Weep even. I do like her though. She is really cute. Dick checker. No, not dick checker. Ball checker. Alright. Increase one ally's critical star absorption rate on the arts cards for 3 turns. It's Lancelot's thing. But just for arts. Increase the critical damage of arts cards for 3 turns by 100%. Gains critical stars every turn for 3 turns. It's pretty good. Increases party's art up. Party art up 20%, party debuffing 1 time 3 turns. It reduces party's damage taken for 3 turns by 30%. Sorry, what? Huh? Oh, by 1,000, and then personal NP gauge up by 30%. Party's NP gauge by 20, increases party's attack for 3 turns by 20%. That one's okay. Her first skill is definitely her best. Second skill is decent. Third skill is just okay. Anti-Rider? I'm so fucking good at this. Then her NP, it has buff block on it, which is good. 1 time 3 turns. Extra damage to men. It's a lot of things. Bonus damage to evil alignment. Deals damage to all enemies. She, maybe I'm judging her a little bit too harshly. She's better than this. I'd say she's probably up here. Top of B. Yeah, I think that what they need for her, a special servant is going to come along in the future that is going to be like essentially made for Joan to work. Right now, somebody said Luvia in chat, and you're absolutely right. Luvia is like the perfect character to use with her. But Luvia already does everything for herself pretty much perfectly. There's going to be a character who's lacking a certain something that she's going to be able to make up for. She does no damage on NP, and even a wet noodle hits harder. Yeah. Well, she's a support, so I think that's what we need to take into consideration, that she's a support unit, not a damage dealer. So, interesting. I like it. So, I'm going to say that she's a dark horse in this race. She's going to need somebody very special to come and, like, fill in for her. Like, to help her out. But she could be good in the future. Okay. K-pop 2.0. This man made mechs and nobody cared. More proof that the Britomart hate is just stupid. Anime fans don't like women. Okay.
Yay!
Edge YGO, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Unconventional Child of Prophecy. Prodigy. 2020 on the Quick and Buster. NP overcharge 1 stage, 1 time, 3 turns for the party. It's good. That's okay. Increases one ally's critical damage for 3 turns by 50% and reduces their skill cooldowns by 1. That's a really, really good skill. And then Retaining the Spirit of Japanese. Grants self-guts 1 time for 3 turns. Charges an NP gauge. Increases own attack for 3 turns. 30% NP up, 30% attack up. Revives with 3000 HP. Hero of Reformation. So Arson crit up. Anti-Rider. Ruler, interesting. Then he has a rainbow on him, and it's just a standard AoE quick thing. Takasugi is underwhelming. He unfortunately feels kind of generic. I would say he's going to go top of C. I like him, but he's a little bit lacking where it counts. Okay, Mom. How do you feel about Mom? How do we feel about Hyper Okasan? Mother is mothering. Yeah. You got it. Love her until the bed breaks. EX, milking EX probably. Same level as Cuckoo. S tier smash, ARS, Mother is here. Tiamat, her damage output is insane. Yes, I have her and I use her for a lot of content. Tiamat is a... she's fucking insane. I would argue that she's probably even here because you can bring her to more content than you can Cuckoo. But let's look at what she does. Her NP gain rate is just fine, but she makes up for it in a certain way. We'll get into that. Alright. 4 hits on her arts card's really good. First skill, 6 turn cooldown. 50% NP gauge up. Reduces all enemies' critical attack chance by 100%. Are you sick and tired of being crit by chimeras? Have we got a solution for you? Bring your mother. And then HP recovery block for 1 turn as well, which is more niche, but it's good. Start a JP account just to pull for her. Good man. Second skill, 6 turn cooldown. Increases on attack for 3 turns by 30%. Buster performance for 3 turns for 30%. 60% chance to stun all enemies. It can miss, but you know. And then also curses them for 2,000 damage. It's decent. And then Sea of Blue Stars. 2 turn cooldown on this. 2 turns. $1,500 heal. Party-wide 10% NP gauge up. party's NP damage for 1 turn by 20%. 2-turn cooldown. That's fucking insane. That's why she's able to use Black Grail, correct. That's actually an insane skill. 10% crit up. Mental debuff immunity, like some mental debuff resist. Instant kill resist, more crit up. Self-modification, so defense. Bonus damage, and then she gets 5% MP gauge as a passive because of her infantile regression. By the way, her bond CE makes it so that happens for the whole party. So in other words, if she has her bond CE, every turn she gets 10% NP battery for free. And then every 2 turns, she gets another 10%. And heals herself. Anti-Beast? Yeah, figured. And then AoE Buster NP. Removes her own debuffs first. Skill Seals. Fair and balanced, I'd say. I agree. She's insane. She's insanely powerful. Again, art that goes hard. I love her. Beautiful. Perfect. I adore her. Okay. Next. Let's talk about the Goblin. This is a kind of controversial opinion, but not really. I'm going to put Draco here. Draco's a bit overrated, a little bit, but let me get into that. So, Beast class. Beast class is good against everything that's in the original 7. Okay, I'm gonna have to suss you out on saying wood right now. Don't you say wood right now. Above Ibuki? Yes. And I'll get into the reasoning for that. Yeah, Third Ascension would. Everybody judge this man for saying wood on this. Yeah, okay, so here's why. Here's why I like Draco. If you just started the game, Draco destroys the entire first singular, the entire first part of the story, the entire 1.5 part of the story, and can be brought along as like a backline servant for so much. She is a Swiss Army knife of a servant that I adore. The Emerald Dawn, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Mind you, the damage that she does is lacking to a degree because it isn't real class advantage. I'd say until Lost Belt 3 she's unstoppable, pretty much. Doesn't Jolter throw a minor wrench into that? No. Because original Jolter has only like 100,000 HP, and the real one who you're fighting in that fight is Giles, not her. But regardless, okay, if the argument is like one boss fight is going to prevent her from actually clearing all of that, then she's good within the rest of that entire story. She's just she's a character that is kind of made to help clear the early game. You destroy the entire early game with her. go on a rampage and then just come back. And she still can be brought to all kinds of content. But let's look at what she does. 30%, what? NP gauge every turn for 6 turns by 10%. Critical damage by 30% for 6 turns. Reduces own damage taken for 6 turns by 1,000. 7-turn cooldown. Isn't she not that good against Geisha, though? I don't know. I've not used Geisha against her. The other issue with her is that she has no survivability, really. Which I do take into account, but, you know. You need this skill. You need the second skill to work with her third skill. If you don't use this skill, her third skill does nothing. It's a skill seal for the enemies. Burn damage for everybody on the enemy team. It charges their NP gauge by 1. Increases your attack by 40%. And then gives you the Holding the Holy Grail, which then does a fuck ton of shit. Makes you good against dragons, Romans. Buff removal resist up. Gain stars every turn, 10 of them. Debuff immunity for 1 time. Ignores defense. Increases own healing receipt for 3 turns. Charges own NP gauge every turn for 3 turns by 20%. It's wild. 7-turn cooldown. Most of this effects for 3 turns. Also, she has a crazy high NP refund. Even with her 1 art card. Bonus crit damage. It's good. Anti-caster. Checks out. I hate when I misclick her third skill. Yes. Single target. Does additional damage to her or additional damage against the 7 knight classes. While she's not the best servant around, her sheer versatility and usability and so much content, for me, makes her worth it. The fact that you can bring Draco Nero to pretty much any fight, so long as it doesn't have an extra class, and she can work and work well, makes her worth being in the EX tier for me. Crutch Servant? Kind of. But I think it's good that a character like that is in the game, and I like her. Anyway, Lacosta is top of GOAT tier. Where's my mushroom wife? Ugh. Yeah. Serenity found crying in a ditch. Kind of, yeah. At least Serenity got a new costume, right? Alright. So, inflicts poison for 5 turns to all enemies. Increases own arts performance by 30%. Increases own MP generation rate by 20% for 3 turns. It's good. It's really good. You know, it's really good for what she does. Robust health. Gives self guts for 1 time, 3 turns. Reduces own damage taken for 3 turns. Grants self poison recovery buff for 3 turns, which converts any damage that she would take from poisoning herself into healing. It's really good because she poisons herself. Charges parties NP gauge by 20%, and then on a buff, inflicts poison damage for 3 turns to the enemy when normal attacking, and it also makes it that she does 1,000 damage to herself for 5 turns when normal attacking with poison. It gives her, she poisons herself with this. But it doesn't matter, because she does this. You pop these 2 skills together, and then she just can regen more than Enkidu near the end of that all. Which is insane. Also, 6-turn cooldown on both of these, so this is up the entire fight. For the most part. And then... more poison antics. Poisons the enemy, deals damage to one enemy. bonus damage to them per stack of poison. Is that right? Yeah, up to 10 stacks. And inflicts toxic, so they take even more poison damage. Aren't there command codes that say... Yes, there are. Wait, that self-poison... Is there? I think there is. Does the Foxwife command code work on her? I would imagine, yeah. Her self-poison is just on popping the skill. It's not that crazy. Is it? Did I read that wrong? Inflict poison. Okay, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. It's still pretty good. It's still a 1,000 heal every turn. Which is pretty good. And also she's single target, right? Yeah. Her damage output for an assassin, because of how she stacks this shit, makes her fucking insane. So she's not actually top of GOAT tier, but I truly believe that she deserves to be up in one of these two. She took a dots mechanic and actually made it good, which is insane. I'll put her here. Alright. Satana, I remember being not great. Self-curse, but not self-poison. Got it. Here's my fluffy lad. Just use Santa Carna? Pretty much, yeah. He's got decent NP gain. 2 hits on his arts cards just kind of hurts him. I'd adopt the dog. Alright, so let's look what he does. You got a 20-star Star Bomb, removes own debuffs, increases own attack by 20% for 3 turns. It's a decent skill. Anti-Wild Beast, and a quick buff for 20%. This is kind of like Young Ku 3-star version. It's really niche. Let's see. Self-evasion to attack. This is so sad. If they had given him protection from arrows, I would be a lot less harsh on him. But Jesus. Chance to increase own critical damage for 3 turns. Chance to increase it. Not increase it, chance to increase it. At max skill, at max level, it is 100% though. And the crit damage on critical star absorption for 3 turns, 40%. 100%, star absorbed by 400%. I mean, something like that. Celtic shit's weird. If this was an actual protection from arrows, it would be so much better. Anti-Lancer? Anti-Assassin. Quick NP, ignores evade. It's single target, right? Yeah. It's fine. Literally just use Santa Carna. He's just outmatched by other people in his... Protection from arrows is nuts, and I think Lasagna realized this and refuses to make another one. Who cares? They release broken servants all the time. Let the game be stupid. That's what I say. Anyway. Kashin Koji. My mechanical spider wife I'd never managed to pull. Yeah, but he's a welfare? All the more reason to make him broken. Okay. If I remember right, you were not amazing. I love her design. Let's see. Party invincibility for 1 attack, 3 turns. NP gauge by 30%. It's 20 stars. 7 turn cooldown. It's alright. Apparatus for slaughter. Increases own quick performance by 3 turns by 30%. Attack up by 20%. And then on attack, activate buff. Charges own NP gauge when normal attacking with quick cards. Decent amount. Okay. Third skill, Mystic Eye. Just Mystic Eyes, huh? Chance to bind one enemy for 1 turn. Increases own... Isn't this just a better version of Medusa's skills? Medusa fans in shambles. Crit damage up for 100% for 1 turn. Does she have 767 is a rough skill set. Okay. Increases on critical star generation, mechanical creation EX. That's really good. So okay, she can make some stars. Finally, Mystic Eyes of... Alright, yeah. A lot of crit stuff in her kit. Anti-assassin, anti-alter ego. Ooh. Instant kill memes. Hey, baby. Deals damage to all enemies. AoE quick assassin. Chance to bind all enemies for 1 turn. Maxed out, it's guaranteed. And bonus damage to bound enemies. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna put her here. Is instant kill post damage? I believe it was. Yes, it is. Her issue is that her cooldowns are too long. Especially for a 7-turn cooldown skill that's targeted at 1 enemy. Mind you, it gives her Star Absorb and a 100% crit damage. This gives her 1 really good turn that you're going to want to pair with this. You probably want to pop all of her shit at the same time. Or around the same time. She's probably a really good star generator. I need to use her more. Okay, Bima. I don't know. I've not used Bima. I know nothing about Bima. We are going into completely uncharted territory for me. At least she's in the main pool? Yes. So of all of the picks so far, these are going to be the ones that are the most likely to change, because these are brand spanking new. Okay. Bima. Let's see what you do. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. God damn. Jesus, dude. I will roll on Bima's banner for Duryodhana and try to level 100 him. Okay. First skill, 6-turn cooldown. Guts 1 time, 3 turns, charges own NP gauge by 30%, removes own debuffs. That's a good skill. Debuff clear, guts, and battery. I wish the guts was not tied to this, because having the guts tied to the battery kind of sucks, but, you know. Increase on buster performance for 3 turns by 30%. Increase on critical damage for 3 turns by 30%. And gain stars on demand. Pretty decent. Okay. Here we go. Increase on attack for 3 turns by 30%. On attack, activate buff for 3 turns. Critical damage. Increase on critical damage by 10% for 3 turns when attacking with quick cards. Gains 5 stars when attacking with buster cards. Okay. Interesting. Immunity to poison. bonus damage, anti... It's going to be anti-berserker, right? Yeah, of course. Okay. His NP is weird. Increases own critical damage by 50% for 3 turns, which is really good. Removes one enemy's buff. Okay, so it removes buffs first and then deals damage, which is really good. Further, it deals additional damage to them if overcharges stage 2 or more. Unlike Arash or Changong NPs, Bima's Noble Phantasm at OC 2-5 will always trigger the extra 5 hits, regardless of the enemy being alive or dead. Overcharge 1 has no overcharge hits. So you have to get him to OC 2. Additionally, there are no OC hits at OC 1, unlike the aforementioned servants, which means Bima will not generate an extra 5 hits for the effect like Star Generation. Okay. So he scales. It does more damage the more he's overcharged. Interesting. He seems really good. I feel like he's missing a little oomph, though. Know what I mean? I think he sounds like he's an A. Probably above Arc. No. It just feels like he needs a little bit more before he could be an EX. I feel like the competition for 5-star Lancers is kind of fierce. And I don't think that he's... I would argue I don't think he's better than... Enkidu. I don't think he's better than Enkidu. He works with Himiko too, I think. He probably does, yeah. Issue is the Himiko's limited. So is he, but makes it harder. Interesting. Alright, Duryodhana time. A man who I now have. He's just a strong beat stick with guts and cleanse. It's pretty good. I always want to say he's a rider. No, he's a berserker. Get a look at him. I like this one the best. Stage 2 is the best one. This is just too unapologetically evil. Oh, the dice. The dice is really... That's a nice touch. God damn, Paco's so good. The dice is a nice touch. Okay. Charisma of Relatable Vice. God damn it. Increase party's attack for 3 turns by 20%. Increase party's critical damage for damage up for 3 turns. 20%. Increase one random ally's critical star absorption by 5,000 for 1 turn. Holy shit. Okay, that's really good. Targetable 5,000% is insane. Okay. Interesting. Arts performance for 3 turns by 30%. Increase... how many arts cards? 2. What's your generation like? Very bad. Oh, I didn't see that it was one random ally. Oh, never mind. That's not as good. That's not as good, but very funny. Interesting. Increases on arts, 30%, 30%, 15 stars. That's kind of standard at this point for a lot of characters. Child of Evil... God damn it, this guy. Increases one ally's critical star absorption for 3 turns by 5. Okay, it's just that skill, but better. Gain critical stars every turn for 3 turns. 20 stars every turn for 3 turns. NP gauge by 10% every turn for 3 turns. Reduces all enemies' debuff resistance for 1 turn. 6 turn cooldown. Holy fuck. Yeah, imagine you high roll and get both of these on the same guy. That's really good. So, okay, so he's a support type. Kind of. He's a support-ish type. But he can... Nah, I'd say he's... I'd say he take... Yeah, he has support capabilities, but it's mostly for himself. Having on a Berserker is really fucking good. Madness Enhancement E- is a fucking joke, though. Anti-Lancer? Yep. Okay. AoE. 3 turns lowering Quick Arts Buster for the entire enemy party. He's better than Bima. I'd argue that he's fighting for that S tier. If he's not getting, he might just get it. I feel like the randomness on his first skill kind of is holding him back. But otherwise, fucking crazy. Jesus, I did not realize he was that good. Alright, last one of the night. How is it that every Sakura face is a better character and better design than the original Sakura? All of them. Every single one of them. Beautiful. And then the illustrator is Star Shadow Magician. It's fucking beautiful. Anyway. But not Redrop or Wada Arco. No, Star Shadow Magician is a runner-up. I showed the final Ascension. I need to go to bed, man. I can't dwell on this stuff too long. Okay. Charge's own NP gauge. 50%. Party's NP. Increase the party's NP stage, but okay, yeah. 1 time 3 turns. Pretty substandard. Pretty good, though. Yes, Star Shadow Magician. They are a this is what Shadow Wizard Money Gang has been working towards, and they fucking nailed it. Alright, self-invincibility for 3 attacks, 3 turns. Increases own quick performance, arts performance, and buster performance for 20% for 3 turns. That's a pretty good skill. Her refund is busted so strong her battery is almost unnecessary. Third Eye, increase on NP damage for 3 turns. Changes all own command card types to... I see. This servant is sponsored by the Shadow Government. Yes. That's fucking crazy. And ignore invincible. And 30% NP damage. She AoE? Of course she is, right? Yeah, of course she is. Magic resistance A, riding A, independent action C, Goddess Essence, more buff stuff. Anti-Zerk. Anti-Zerk! Increases own damage against Sky attribute, which is pretty much any divine thing. Deals damage to all of them, reduces defense for 3 turns, extra damage to demonic. What the fuck is this? 2 effective mods on the NP. Yeah.
Yay!
Summer Jean, but better. Kind of. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Coffee has the thing with the following. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. From how I'm reading her, she's up here. I'm gonna need to play test her some. But yeah, for now I'm gonna put her here. Speaking of for now, that's our list. So we will wrap that up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I need to go to bed. So, thank you guys for the gifted subs. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the donos.
Yay!
Sans Damon 142. Thank you for the follow. Happy to find another FGO JP streamer. Unfortunate that the end of the stream just arrived. Yeah, sorry about that. It's late for me. But yeah, I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Later. That's the wrong screen.
My pride